Hello, in this video we look at verse 3 of the Mangala Sutta. Asevana chabalanam panditanam cha sevana puja cha pujaniyanam etam mangalam uttamam. I will read it once more with the text up. Sorry, where's the... Here we are. Asevana cha balanam panditanam cha sevana puja cha pujaniyanam etam mangalam uttamam. This is the Buddha's response to the question put by the, what's the request put by the Deva, Bruhi mangalam uttamam. And the next several verses list several of these good things in life, all of which the Buddha describes as the Mangalam Uttamam. He can't mean that literally, because that means the supreme one. So he clearly is putting these on a par, or in the same category as the topmost category. So Asevana cha balanam. Bala originates the same word as bala, meaning a child, and it don't confuse with bala, with a short bala, strength. Bala originally meant child, and then a fool. So from the original meaning of child, you get a childish person, and it's most frequently you see it used, certainly in the Pali literature, as fools, people you don't want to hang out with. And asevana in modern colloquial English, I mean not hanging out with. This root sev, I've done a note on it. The asevana. Let me give you the iPad. Oops, sorry, I seem to must have turned it off accidentally. Be with us in a moment. Here we are, we have it. iPad. No. So the root is sev. Sorry. Sev. I'll get there. And the original meaning of this root was to dwell or stay in a place, and then by extension to resort to somebody and or a thing, and then it took on the meaning of spending time in somebody's company, often with a slightly idea of master and servant, or teacher and student. You'd attend upon them, but sometimes it just had the meaning of spending your time with somebody, being in their company, hanging out with them. And we have this ending ana, which is one of the numerous ways in Sanskrit and Pali of forming a verbal noun. It's as we have, for example, in passati. He sees, looking at pure Pali now, and we have passana, seeing, which we know from vipassana, seeing into something, often translated as insight, vipassana. So this is sevana. This verse has both sevana, if you look at the end of the first line, sevana, and you can negate that word, consorting with, attending upon, and asevana, doing the opposite, not attending on them, not consorting with them. So asevana, the non-consorting with, or here used in the genitive, the asevana of fools, so not consorting with fools. Um, and here you the non-keeping the company of fools is how it's expressed in Pali. Asevana chabalanam panditanam chasevana, and attending upon, spending your time with, consorting with pandits, those who are wise. In Sanskrit, it had more the meaning of somebody who's specifically learned in the ancient texts. But its meaning in Pali, like so many of these Brahmanical meanings, they were subtly changed when the Buddha used those words in Pali. So here Pandita means not so much somebody who is just learned in the texts, but the idea of wisdom in a more Buddhist or spiritual sense. So sevana chabalanam panditanam cha sevana. Puja cha pujaniyanam. So puja, word we all know, it means offering reverence. So there's with puja, there's the idea of offering. It's not just reverence. So the puja, you offer making an offering of something, even an offering of your chanting. So puja cha pujaniyanam. The ending aniya um, it is one of the three possible endings of the what's known as the future passive participle, sometimes called the gerundive, means something that is worthy of or ought to be done. For example, from the root kre, to do, we have karaniya, the aniya. There's a dot under the n there because of the preceding r. The karaniya, the very first word in the Karaniya Metta Sutta. The karaniya, what is to be done. This is to be done. So puja, worship or reverencing. So if somebody is pujan, the a shortens. The pujaniya, or in singular pujaniya means worthy of reverence, to be reverenced, to be worshipped. So puja cha pujaniyanam, the puja of the pujable, of those who are worthy of puja. Etam mangalamuttamam. Etam, neuter form. This is the mangalam uttamam, the highest mangala. So we'll go through this again. Here we are. Asevana, the non-consorting, the non-keeping the company of balanam, of fools, unwise people. Sevana cha panditanam, and instead sometimes the cha means but. Normally it means and. It can have the slight sense of but. The non-keeping the company of fools and or but rather keeping the company of the wise. Panditanam cha sevana. Puja, reverencing or treating in a reverential, respectful way. Pujaniyanam, the puja of the pujaniyanam, the puja of those who are worthy of puja. Um, in fact, the puja is reverence, and in English we have reverend from the Latin reverendus, meaning worthy of being revered. So the reverend with a D, and pujaniya, very closely parallel in their meanings. So the reverence of the reverend, or venerating the venerable. So venerable is another way of translating pujaniya, worthy of a puja. Etam mangalam uttamam. I'll read it through once more. Sevana chapalanam panditanam cha sevana puja cha pujaniyanam etam mangalam uttamam. And once more. Asevana chabalanam panditanam cha sevana puja cha pujaniyanam etam mangalam uttamam. And that's it on this video.